Just what is it that you want to do?
Okay guys, here you go. This is everything you get in the bag if you buy this from safersigs.co.uk. You get a little pouch here with some replacement O-rings in there, extra nut, extra Delrin section for the bottom cap, some screws, some wire, there's some mesh there, and we'll take this out of the equation just now. Oh, you don't get this bit. This is Cyan Mod's Ati stand. I'm just using it for displaying this on. You get 2 tanks from Cyan Mods just now. The reason you get 2 tanks is this tank here is the original one that comes, you know, when all these suppliers bought the Aga-T Plus in, they were all supplied with these tanks, glass tanks. Now, if I zoom in as close as I can here, hopefully we can pick this up. Can you see the top of the tank there? You see all the, it's like cracks. It's like it was cut with a rusty old knife. And you can feel it when you rub your thumb along it. It's not good quality at all. Now, what Safer Sigs have done, they went off and they got somebody else to, I can't actually show you, they got some new tanks cut, and you'll see when we get to disassembling this tank, you'll see the finish is far better than this one. So if you're, and just to mention this, if you're going off to another vendor and you think you're getting a cracking deal and it's much cheaper, then bear in mind that there's a good chance they're just supplying you with this tank. So please ask, you know, what's the condition of the tank like? You know, is it the one that was supplied from the manufacturer? Does it look like the one I'm holding here? If so, remember that you're going to have to buy a new tank, or you might be happy with this one. The choice is up to you. I'll take this base off. Remember, this doesn't come with it. This is just something of mine. So this is essentially what you get. And comparing it to the Aga-T Plus, the old Aga-T, sorry, you know, the knurling. Just a quick update. I'm going to use the mesh. I'm going to use the mesh that came with the pack. Now the size of it is, well, just to tell you, it's it looks like it's 45 by 45 millimeter. I'm just checking the, you know, there's a spreadsheet that I don't maintain it, but I've created it and everybody adds to it. And looking at the old Aga, the length is usually about 40 to 45, and the width of the mesh is usually about 45 to anything up to 70. So I'll give it a go with this, and we'll see how we get on. But as usual, I'm just going to flame the edges and get all the frayed bits off, and then I'll roll it up. But I'll be back in a second. Just to show you, that's the 45 millimeter in height, and you can see, you know, it's gone quite a bit past the center post. I reckon you would only need 40 mil in height. Now this is a 45 millimeter in width when I started, and hopefully you can see that I've had to roll that quite tight to get that 45 mil in there. So 40 by 45 mil should do you just fine. But you can still see that, you know, there's still a wee distance between that. I'm probably going to end up pulling that in tight once I oxidize it, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're all coiled up here. This is using the supplied wire as well, so I'll see how. Again, I might have to nudge that top coil a wee bit, but it's actually not too bad to set up. Yeah, that's getting better all the time there. I'm quite happy with that. For you know, just using the supplied mesh and wick, supplied mesh and coil wire. That's quite happy with that. Nothing surprising there at all. So I'll just wiggle this off. No, I won't. I've just wiggled it off altogether. You idiot Todd. Watch this, will have a cracking hotspot now. Yep. Oh no, I don't. Right, I'll just snap that off with a pair of scissors instead, I think. I should be able to wiggle the bottom bit off. There we go. So, sorry about that. Good to go. Right, let's go find some e-liquid. So, that was that. Right, thoughts. I'm back on a 69 here. Cyan Mods drip tip and filled full of strawberry crunch. Now this coil that I'm running on is actually quite high. It's a 1.8 ohm coil, and I'll probably take a wrap off that and shorten it, but it's not bad. I mean, it's wicking away quite the thing there, and it's not bad at all. It's comparable to it's on par with the Aga-W, and what I remember of the Aga-T, the original one. It said on the sites I checked it was 3 mil capacity, but the tank that I've got in it there just now, I get 3.5 mil in, so go figure. I don't seem to be getting the same kick or as much flavour as I was from the Aga-W. And that's, in all honesty, that's probably just because I've got, you know, the resistance is a lot higher than I'm used to. I usually have quite a low resistance, so I'm not getting that flap that I usually get. And it seems to take a wee bit longer to get up to temperature. No, I actually tell. I just look at the vapor there. It's fine. Might just be me. Listen, for the money, you can't go wrong. It is a really nice vape, and the build quality, stainless steel. You know, I'm going to knock off the terminal that you use for the silica arrangement. I'll bash that out because it's just press fit. I'll knock that out, and then I'll put in a U-wick in it and vape it with a U-wick and a lower resistance coil, and it'll be exactly how I want it. But for, you know, if you're just used to like 1.82 ohm coils and a single wick, then it's bad. I cannot fault it. Simple as that. I can't fault it. It's exceptional value for money. Exceptional value for money. And just to finish off, just remember, and you will see a lot of vendors selling this at lower price points, and that'll be because you're going to get that tank that, you know, comes from China with it originally. And you can see from what I showed you earlier on, it's all, I wouldn't be happy with that at all. So full marks to Safer Sigs for actually supplying us with decent tanks for it. No, well worth it. Right, I'm going to go because I'm waffling and I'm starving. My dinner's in the oven there. I will post a follow-up to this later on, and I'll try and get on film knocking out that post and setting up a UWIC on it, and let you see how I do that. Hopefully it helps. But once again, thanks to Daz for the great service, and that's it, guys. We'll catch you later. All the best.